very tough loss for the Bakersfield College Renegades, the players, the staff, the us up here. I mean, we were really buoyant. We had a lot of positive vibrations up here about 25 minutes ago. And we had a lead, and we were doing well, and we were executing. We were getting the ball in the end zone. We were overcoming all of those ailments that we had had the first 3 games, and it looked as though we had somewhat of a storybook ending with a quarterback that was a gray shirt, a few weeks ago, and all of a sudden now he's leading his team down to victory. Jeff Evans was probably getting catching fire with all the drama that was dripping off that thing, and then reality sets in, a 95-yard kickoff return to the 2-yard line. They punch it in a couple plays later, and the proverbial wind out of the sails. Tough loss for the Bakersfield College Renegades. We're now 0-4. But more importantly, we're 0-1 in conference play. And then to really lay it on thick, next week we will be in one of my favorite cities, and it's only 45 minutes away, Valencia, as we go up against College of the Canyons, and they ain't no joke either. So let's bring in Kirk Boyer. Let's talk quickly about some stats that you saw. I do want to get some numbers out there for our listeners, and then we'll go over the quick highlights and get out of here.
Well, absolutely. The game was 17-7 at half. The Renegades are really in trouble, and they come out, trade punches in the third quarter. Alan Hancock scores 1, goes for 2, misses. The Renegades score 1, get the PAT. So it's now 14-22 at that point, and then the fourth quarter explosion, Vance. The Renegades had 21 points in the fourth quarter, and Alan Hancock had 16. It just wasn't enough, and it came back down to special teams. One of the things that I told you had been the most solid point of the year, and they just weren't able to corral the kickoff returner, runs it inside the 5-yard line, and the Renegades lose.
Well, we do have some highlights. We have some fun stuff. We have some good stuff, and we haven't had a lot of that, so now we are going to enjoy some of it, and let's talk about our scores. Down to the near side here. 2 receivers way out to the far side. 2nd and 10. He takes a look. He throws, and it is caught. Touchdown. Boom. Jarrell Starr on a needle-threading bullet by Gallus in traffic. He catches it and bobbles it as he crosses the goal line, hangs onto it. Touchdown, Renegades.
More importantly than that, it was a late throw across the middle, which you and I know, and I've The second touchdown in the third quarter at the 2:30 mark, Curtis McGregor on a 17-yard pass from Dalton Gallus.
10 at the 17-yard line. Again, 2 receivers way out on both sides. And Gallus takes a look. He's got to protect himself. Throws one out here to the far side. Look at this. McGregor, touchdown. Boom.
That's a great job of the young quarterbacks. And then in the fourth quarter at the 13-17 mark, what a great play. They ran a little tailback angle to Curtis McGregor, hit him out in the flat, and an 84-yard pitch and catch. It was about a 3-yard pass, and Curtis McGregor does the rest, 84 yards.
2 receivers split out on both sides, and they come at him. It's a screenplay, and it's going to be caught by McGregor. Go! McGregor has the ball down. He's at the 30. He's at the 40, the 50, the 40. Can McGregor get there? He's got some speedy DBs right behind him. Hang on to the football, Curtis. Hang on to the football. Boom! Touchdown! Boom! Touchdown!
Hey, don't get excited. When I call it done, it's done.
Boom.
And then at the 9:45 mark, David Ross catches a strike from Dalton Gallus.
Mates helping send in the signals. Always a very interesting dynamic when you're getting your assistance from the guys you're competing for the job with, but it's all part of the gig here. Gallus drops back on the 3rd and 9. He floats one out here to the corner of the end zone, and is it caught?
Yes!
It is. It's a touchdown. Boom!
Great throw again by the young quarterback coming out. And then finally, the final score for the Renegades tonight at the 5:05 mark, Curtis McGregor on a 13-yard run, handoff from Dalton Gallus.
We'd hope for all year.
All season, exactly.
5:14 remains in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 from the 13. Now they give it to McGregor. McGregor cuts back up the field. The big fella finds the boom! Touchdown, McGregor. He's still running. He's running all the way down the sidelines behind the players. Look at Curtis McGregor. Boom is what I said.
And finally back, that will end the scoring for the Renegades at 35. And unfortunately, Hancock ended up with a big punt return or kickoff return for 95 yards inside the 2-yard line, Vance. And that makes the final score 39 Allen Hancock, 35 Bakersfield College.
Hey Gino, you guys out there at Luigi's, thanks for everything you do. We appreciate it, buddy. We know you're feeling the pain too tonight, buddy. So thanks for everything you've been doing for us at Luigi's. Thank you, appreciate that very much. Kirk, very quickly, let's wrap this up. Let's talk about tonight before we talk about next week. That's a somber locker room tonight.
Absolutely. You know, you fight back to get in advance, and early in that third quarter, you're kind of teetering on the edge. And then that fourth quarter, you kind of explode for 21 points to get the lead. And then that big kickoff return. One thing that the Renegades haven't done is that third phase of the game. They played very well so far this season. They didn't do a very good job on that kickoff return. It's going to come down to one or two men on this short side of the field that got out of their lane. Big kickoff return. Renegades are in trouble.
All right, we're hearing scores from Lewis, and Canyons has a nice win tonight. So we're going to go over there. They're 4-0. We're 0-4. We're going up there, and they're a very good football program. It's up in Valencia. It's next week. Fun opportunity for everybody. Get up there and join us. 1 o'clock kickoff, middle of the day, 12:30 pregame. All kinds of fun things to do in Valencia. There's the Hot Rock. There's Magic Mountain. There is Flat Tire Road. A lot of fun stuff to do in Valencia. Why don't you grab a BC football game as well at 1 o'clock? And we'll just have to put our losses behind us and try to go after it, man.
Well, at this point, Vance, you're exactly right. You got to move on. Got to put it behind you and move forward and hopefully make some strides. Next week, hopefully the offense will be on. Maybe the defense will be on. If we can get the special teams too, maybe knock off one of the better teams in Southern California.
All right. That's my partner, Kirk Boyer. What a pleasure to have everybody working so hard for us tonight. Eric, John, Trevor. Oh, gosh, Dr. Louis Hamastoy, it's just been a real pleasure to put these games for us. Kelly, thank you for your help. Thank you for beating me up with a water bottle until I realized you were knocking all the bugs off of me. And for everybody back at the Studio American General Media, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you to Jeff Evans for our pregame. And to our two Renegade Radio consultants, Wyatt Ross and Paul Dameron, it's been a pleasure. Everybody, enjoy the fair. Enjoy the last weekend of September. Have a great weekend. On behalf of all of us here, good night. God bless.